Welcome to Bat Therapy, the psychology of Batman, superheroes, and other comic book characters. Be a fly on the wall or a bat in the cave, listening in on a friendship built out of a love for talking Batman, comics, and the everyday struggle to achieve mental health and happiness. We are your hosts, clinical psychologist Dr. Amelia Brown, and comic enthusiast and nerd aficionado Keaton Hopkins. This podcast is about providing education and understanding and is not a replacement for mental health treatment or support. If you're needing help, go to bat-therapy.com for resources.
Season 3.
Oh my goodness. Woohoo!
I cannot thank our listeners enough. We have hit 5,000 downloads,
It's
and
wild.
that is a lot of listening to me.
In fact, our episode 1, I think, is over 400 listens.
It's amazing. Yes,
I
thank
know.
y'all so much for listening to us. Please stay tuned because we have a really fun theme for season 3. What are we doing?
We are doing Elseworlds and Alternate Realities, and we are very excited.
Yes. So everybody has their favorite Elseworlds story. Whenever I think Elseworlds, I think of things like Days of Future Past, Age of Apocalypse, and my personal, one of my favorites, Flashpoint. I absolutely love Flashpoint, and this is one that I feel like a lot of people don't really know about. Superman speeding bullets. And we're definitely going to have to do an episode about that because the concept of it is just absolutely phenomenal. What is your favorite Elseworlds story?
You know, it's hard because these tend to be my favorite storylines in general because I just love seeing like different twists and turns. Like, oh, if this one thing was different, see how it ekes out into everything. One of my favorites, though, is Superman Batman. I think it's number 53. It's a storyline where there's like some magical rock or something, and Batman and Superman touch it in this like fight going on with the supervillain and whatnot, and they essentially switch. So Clark Kent doesn't have any powers, and Batman becomes super powered, and it goes exactly the way you would think it would, with just this like obsessive person who is just like so focused on being a hero and being out there and doing the things, and just like seeing how it essentially like degrades him over time is very fascinating.
Yeah, like what is does the world's greatest detective also need X-ray vision? Like, this is excessive, right? Like that's overdoing it a bit. But yeah,
so good.
There's quite a few different storylines where Batman gets Superman's powers, and the results are always very entertaining to either read or watch. But there's so many different Elseworlds stories, and so we'd love to hear from y'all what your favorite Elseworlds stories are. So either hit us up on our Instagram page or our Facebook page and let us know what your favorite Elseworlds stories are, because honestly, there might be some we have looked over but would be really intriguing to do at some point.
Yeah, it's funny because we try and stay ahead with recording. That way, life happens and we don't want to have gaps unnecessarily where we can avoid it. And it's so funny. So we've been recording a few and we're trying to kind of track everything. And we keep getting stuck just coming up with more and more ideas. Oh, this one and oh, this one over here. So season 3 might be like 5,000 episodes long by the time we're done.
It'll be fine. It'll be fun because if we have 5,000 episodes and everyone listens to them once, that's another 5,000 listens right there.
We just need one really faithful listener, and we will be golden.
And we have quite a few faithful listeners. So yeah, and be on the lookout because we are going to be doing a contest. Stay tuned for that as well. We're going to be giving away a DC encyclopedia. Yeah, can't wait.
For the nerd within you.
Absolutely. And so I'm not gonna lie. I'm super excited about this. I am currently building a Lego DeLorean, and so as soon as we
Nice.
decided on alternate realities, my very first thought was like the horrible 1985 when Donald Trump slash Biff Tannen is running everything. It's
That's a good one. We are gonna have to hop out of the comic. I mean, you guys know how we are. We jump around and we do random stuff just because it makes us smile. So, yeah, I think Back to the Future pretty much has to happen. That's got to be one of them. And I myself, as a Trekkie, would probably have to do like First Contact or something like that. You can't do alternate realities without going into some Star Trek. It's like their bread and butter.
you're also Doctor Brown,
I am
right?
Doc
Like
Brown.
that.
Doc
Like
E.
that's
Brown. I know.
wow,
I know. I'm as close as you can get without actually being Doc Emmett Brown.
wow. That yeah. Wow, that's really on the nose. Art, is this an Elseworlds where Doc Brown is just like, wow, huh?
So what went wrong where I didn't end up creating a time traveling DeLorean then?
Plutonium. You don't have any plutonium.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You gotta
Well,
have,
and really,
yeah.
all the trouble that they got into, maybe something went right, and I didn't end up creating the
Yeah.
time traveling DeLorean.
Plus,
Maybe that's
let's
not meant to be.
let's be honest. Would you be happy in a town as small as Hill Valley?
Mm. How small is it? I actually don't know how small it is.
I think Hill Valley is a pretty tiny town. I didn't see any multi-story buildings there.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Well, there were some scenes in stairways, so there was some there were stairs in Hill Valley, so
There you
yeah.
go. There you go.
But
Yeah. So we're excited, very excited about our new theme. So just a reminder, so season 2, we did different mental health providers and mental health roles out there. So it's very, very psychology focused. This one's more focused on kind of the themes of the stories, but we'll definitely be weaving in all that psychology stuff and making it fun and interesting for us. And so hopefully, theoretically, for you all as well. So hopefully, we'll be able to keep having you guys listen in and hopefully even build up even more listeners as we go. But yeah,
absolutely.
we're so grateful for you guys. We started this because we said, hey, this seems fun. Why not? And if people listen, great. If not, well, it was fun.
Absolutely. And it's yes, the psychology is definitely going to still be there, even though we're doing Elseworlds. Happy New Year, everyone! New year, same me.
Yeah, none of those New Year's resolutions for us.
Yeah. Well, some
Yeah.
there are some, but
Oh,
as far as this podcast goes,
yeah, well.
if anything, I'm only going to become more nerdy.
There you go. Oh, I thought of one other thing we could tell people about. So, we're also looking into having guests come in here and
Yes.
there. So we're toying around with that. We already have one or two folks lined up that have really good potential and are interested. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Barring any unexpected scheduling snafus, we should at least have one or two times where guests come in. So that'll be a fun little change for us.
I'm really excited. I feel like whenever I watch TV shows, I feel like a show's definitely been validated if it gets renewed for season 3. And although we don't have like anyone officially renewing us, the fact that we're still like chit-chatting and coming
The
up with
fact that we haven't
ideas.
canceled ourselves.
Right. Right. Yeah, I feel validated.
And
I
that's all that matters.
That's all that's really all that matters. That's what we really need, right? But yeah, I'm super stoked to still be doing this. This was such a
Yeah.
fun idea and thing to start, and I can't express enough. All of you that have reached out to me saying that you've listened or that you enjoy it, you have no idea how much I really appreciate just hearing
Yeah.
that, because I love doing this. This is one of those things I look forward to every week. It's not really something that's like a hassle. It's just always a good time. It's so much fun. So I can't begin. I know I've already said thank you, but I just cannot thank our listeners enough.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. And I agree. It's so much fun. And I mean, we even have friends that are like, it just feels like I'm sitting down and listening to a conversation with you guys like I used to. I mean, this really is a lot of fun for us, and a really wonderful excuse to reconnect, I think, better than we were doing before. Just because, I mean, I'm sure you all know life makes it hard. So it's a really nice excuse, and it's just the cherry on top that you all are such wonderful listeners.
I just had a random thought. If we had started this podcast in like 2020, we would have hundreds of episodes. I think from like that one year we were just at
Yeah.
home in.
We'd just be plugging them out. That's
Yep, just
true. Yeah. Back then, me and Keaton, we were fools. We just would watch Batman movies together on Zoom or Discord or something and make these comments to each other. And,
what
you
else
know,
did we watch? Didn't we watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
we did with
That
with
was
our friend who is Greek, which is always a fun time.
I enjoyed that. Yeah, gosh, that was fun. That was a good movie. I didn't
I
think
don't
I
think
would.
you had seen it before.
I hadn't, because I thought it was cheesy and sappy, which it
Oh, it
was,
is.
but I enjoyed it.
It's the best kind of cheesy and sappy.
I bragged about it after the fact. I was like, y'all, guess what? I watched a non-violent movie. And I enjoyed myself. And yeah,
In fact, I
I
think
was happy about it, but
yeah, in fact, Keaton's wife joined along with. She was like, "What are you watching?" "Oh, yeah."
yeah,
She knew.
she loved it. Yeah, she did. She did. But back to nerdier, cooler things. Elseworlds, alternate realities. It's gonna be great. Thank you again for listening. Please stay tuned for new episodes, for guest speakers, for contest announcements, because we are going to be still just churning them out. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thanks for nerding out with us.
I'm clinical psychologist Dr. Amelia Brown. Find me on social media at Crafting the Mind.
And I'm comic enthusiast and professional nerd Keaton Hopkins. Check out my TV and movie reviews on YouTube at Team JBS. Check out our website at bat-therapy.com, our Bat Therapy YouTube channel, and follow us on social media. See you next week, same bat time, same bat channel.